All right, so here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the daily. Right now we are coming in at 24,250, down 0.19%. Here on the daily, looks like we could potentially be making a higher low. We could come down to this diagonal trend line and this 21 and the 50, which will offer major support and still make a higher low. Um, so like I said, that's going to be major support, but if we fall below there, we'll talk about where we can go next. So it looks like your 21 is trying to cross your 50. If that happens, the medium term time frame is going to look pretty good. You are being held down by the 100 right now. If we can get above that and this red zone at 24,800, that is going to look phenomenal. Right now, your RSI is above the signal line, above the neutral median line, trying to work its way up to the bullish control zone. And your MACD, which is also a momentum oscillator, is above its signal line, barely. It's kind of curling over. We could come back down for a retest. Positive momentum's decreasing on the histogram. BBWP is low, getting rejected from its moving average. So either we come back down here and consolidate more, or we get back above this moving average. And let's see here. Sorry about that. Your 8 hour. Let's go down to the 8 hour. Sorry, I kind of had a little technical difficulty right there. You are making a higher low on the 8 hour, but you did make a low. Well, no, you're making a lower low on the 8 hour. Higher low than this low. We could come back down to the 50 at 23,600. We don't want to fall below 23,500. 23,500 is kind of the line in the sand. If we fall below here, I would expect a minor bounce at the POC point of control on the VPVR here on the right and at the 100. Possibly even a wick down to 22,680. But honestly, I don't think it would stop there. I would expect another bounce at 22K, but I think the last rally would be over. On the 8 hour, your RSI is below the signal line, bouncing off that neutral median line. We need to get back above 24,429, which kind of goes in confluence with that 24,500 mark. BBWP is very low. You know, we're kind of consolidating here around this red zone right now, trying to get back in it. We are being held up by the 21, had a nice bounce. Major rejection from the top of this red zone right here. So we're basically consolidating in that right now. I am going to lower this to here and right here for more precision. Okay, so moving averages are all above each other. 100 just crossed your 200 at this last low, looking pretty good. Like I said, your medium term time frames look pretty decent. It's your lower term time frames that look like they could be going a little bearish. We need to get back above this signal line. Once again, it's 24,400. We need to get back above 24,500 in order to turn this momentum around and get bullish. Once again, 24,500 across your MACD, across your signal line. Very important level. You are getting above your moving average, so the volatility could start to come up. We need to get back above this 50. That's at 24,300. But ultimately, I think that could lead us up to the 24,500 mark. And like I said, we need to pass that in order to get back out of this red zone. Here on your 1 hour, you're being held up by the 200. We are in the red zone right now, having some resistance down here at the 21. You are having this multi-crossover. If you can't get back above 24,500 pretty quickly, get back above these moving averages, I do think we come down to 23,500. Right now, your 1 hour RSI did get above its signal line, did get out of the bearish control zone. I would expect a retest of the signal line, possibly after maybe getting rejected from the 50 level, which is the neutral median line on the RSI. BBWP's fallen off a cliff, fell way below its moving average. We could consolidate here for a while. Trying to make a higher high right now. We did make a lower low, but we did have bullish divergence on the 1 hour. lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the RSI, which could lead us up to the 50. If we can get above the 50, like I said, 24, we'll say 24,400. I do think that would lead us up. And if we get a 1 hour closure, I think we could break the 24,500 mark. Right now, your MACD trying to get a fresh cross to the upside, negative momentum is decreasing. So we got some bullish and bearish cases here. All right, so on the 1 hour, it looks like your bullish momentum is trying to come back. But like I said, we need to get above the 24,500. Bearish case is that you break this line, 23,500. If that happens, 16K over time is, in my opinion. Bullish case is that you break 24,500. Then I would expect us to get up to 26,500, possibly even 27, and then we come back to it. The bullish case would also imply that we get above this neutral median line, raise that upside curvature. We need to stay above 24,171 in order to stay above that signal line. That would also imply that we get this cross of the MACD, start printing some dark green bars on the histogram above this last high, which comes in at the 60.88 level on the MACD, as your BBWP turns around and gets back into the upper zone. Bearish case, I would expect a major bounce at 22,500 and another bounce at 2,700. Major bounce there, possibly even all the way back up to 22,400. But like I said, there's going to be ebbs and flows. Nothing goes straight up or down. If we do crack this level, though, I think we come down to 22,500 quickly. So watch this level, 23,500. Watch 24,500. Pretty clear cut. Those are your levels to watch. Let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. Okay, so let's see. Your RSI did get out of the bearish control zone. You are above the signal line, working your way up to the neutral median line. You need to stay above 1908 in order to stay above that signal line. MACD, fresh cross to the upside. Positive momentum is increasing, starting to print some dark green bars on that histogram. BBWP, however, is far below its moving average, coming down as your price action's moving up. I really don't like that. If we make a lower high here, any high less than 2,000 isn't going to look good. But if we can make a higher low, you know, and get out of this purple zone, I do think we break that last high. So we need to get back above 1950. Yeah, I would say 1950, get a 1 hour closure above these moving averages, cross this 21 back above this 50, onward to 2100. That would also mean that we get above this neutral median line, start working our way up to the bullish control zone. MACD, start working its way up, back above. See, we're going to find resistance right here because we got this last low on the MACD. If we can break that, it's going to look good. I'd like to see us print dark green bars above this last high on the histogram. And as your BBWP turns around and stays in the upper zone. Bearish case is that you break the 200, 1850. 1850 is a level to watch to the downside. I would expect a bounce at 1800 and another bounce at 1700, but ultimately I think we go to the depths if we break this level. I'd expect another bounce at 1500. Honestly, and another bounce at 1350, but ultimately I think we come back down to 1K if we break that level at 1850. 1850 is the level to watch. Also watch Bitcoin because Bitcoin's going to dictate a lot what happens in this market. All right, so let's move on to Solana. Here on Solana, we're operating on lower highs, lower lows. We're being held up by the 21 or the 200 right now. RSI did get out of the bearish control zone. Could come back down for a retest. We need to stay above 44.21 in order to stay above that signal line. MACD, fresh cross to the upside, printing some dark green bars on the histogram as your BBWP gets below its moving average as the price action moves up. We don't want this to be a corrective move. All right. So if we get rejected from the 21 or the 50 and the 100, it's not going to look good, because then this 50 is going to cross that 100, probably leads us past the 200. I would expect a huge bounce, possibly a bottom at 42.35, where the POC point of control comes in on the VPVR here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level. So it can provide major points of support and resistance. We also have another major VPVR level coming in at the top of this red zone. Now that we've broken out of this red zone, it's going to be major support. All right, it's going to be major support now. Honestly, I want to move it. Yeah, I want to move this to here and here. Yeah, so I want to move that red zone to there now that we've broken up. So we need to get out of the red zone. If we can get back above this last high at 46.80 region, 46.85, next stop, $50, possibly even 51 to 52. I would even think 52. And that would also imply that Bitcoin gets up to about 27. Let's check the 4 hour. So your 4 hours coming down to the zero line on your MACD. It's trying to, but your negative momentum is decreasing. So if your 1 hour momentum starts to turn around, that's going to pour over into the 4 hour on Solana. You're bouncing off the bearish control zone right now. You're kind of being held down by the neutral median line. Your signal line's coming down sharp. BBWP is trying to get above its moving average, so I think the vol starts. The vol has not happened yet. The volatility. I do think it's about to start though. So if we can get back above this 21 at $45, we've got a chance to get up here to break this last high and get out of this red zone at 46.50. We can make a 1 hour closure. Like I said, I think we go up to $50 to $52. So we need to get back above this neutral median line. We need to get back above this signal line in order to try to break out from this last high. Also need your MACD to lose its downside curvature and start to curl around. It's going to take a lot to cross this signal line. We need to get it. Okay, so check this out. You need to get above $50. So if we can get that $50 mark, you know, let me see here. Let's see what our next level is going to be, because I think we go higher if we can do that. Next level would be this purple zone right here. That would be what I'd be looking at. Come on. So that comes in at $60. That's where I think we would break. If we can break $52 on a 1 hour closure, even a 1 hour closure, I think we come up to $60. Because once your MACD crosses that signal line on the 4 hour at $50, that's going to propel this price action upward pretty quick. So if Bitcoin can get up to like 27, 28, I think Solana follows fiercely. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Support the channel. It's hard to build a channel in the bear market. Give me your support. Stay notified with this time-sensitive content. These videos, we stay ahead of the curve. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.